Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Europa Universalis 4, where we are playing with the new patch, whose name I always forget. Is it the Manchuria patch or the Manchu patch? I think so. Anyway, we are playing as the Pirate Daimyo of So. We are down here. We started on the island, which I can never click on, of Tsushima. We've been taking over the southern area, so we've now got Higo, Bungo, Chichutsen, and Hizen. And we have been slowly but surely whittling away at Uchi, who were super strong. Manchu patch, that's what it was called. We are allied with Hosokawa, who are the Greens, who have just joined into a war against the Uswegi, who are the Whites up here. So it's Uswegi, Ando, and Ito versus Oda, Shiba, and So. So we've also got the light blues on our side. Ito is the grey. Interesting. We may well want to fight them. So our navy is our main contribution. Is standing by, ready for duty. So I think I'm actually going to start separating out the transport so I can use them separately. Please go to the island. Thank you. And then we'll grab the ships. Whoa, that's a lot of siege. What does siege do on an admiral? Oh, it's the blockade ability, isn't it? Well, let's go over here and start sinking some ships. I think that's going to be our main thing. And we also want to stop them crossing over into our territories if at all possible, particularly down here. We don't have any revolt risk anymore. We've already dealt with those rebels, which is fantastic. You are no longer drilling, so you should get your strength back again. And what we'll probably do is take over Hyuga down here while blockading anything else that we possibly can. Also, let's go down to speed 3, just so we can keep an eye on exactly what's going on here. So Shiba's going to get attacked pretty heavily here in the north, I suspect. So it's going to be really up to what... Oh no, this was against Oda, not Hoshikawa. So we have 15,000 against their 11,000. So we do outnumber them. But I'm going to need to make careful use of my vessels, my armies. Is that another cog? I believe that is. Because I've been trying to... Oh no, it's a light ship. Right, because he keeps on heading home because he's a bloody wimp. You're supposed to be doing pirating in Beijing. Get back to work. Oh, and you're repairing. Right, because you have no manpower. Okay. So you guys jump on the ships. And then you can sail over to Bungo. And that will be good. In the meantime, I think I'm going to start just separating off enough ships to blockade down here. And then we'll move the rest up here to go and blockade Uswegi. Which means that Uswegi is now 100% blockaded. Ito is 56%. And Ando 21. Which colour is Ando? Oh, Ando is up here. Oh, they may actually have a fleet. Interesting. Okay. So I will need to watch out for sneaky naval invasions from them. It is so hard to select this island. There we go. And have you guys come down to Congo as well. And that should give us more than enough troops with which to siege down Ito. And we can get our age ability. Interesting. +1 combat bonus on the terrain of the capital. I suspect our capital is an island terrain. So I probably don't want that. Coastline. Oh, maybe I do. No, actually there's almost no coast. Then +1 tax production manpower in a colony. Infantry to cavalry ratio is reduced. War taxes cost. Actually, we probably want the war taxes. AE impact or unrest reduction. Actually, the transfer subject and allow claims bordering claims could be useful because it would allow me to stretch further around Japan. So if we got a claim, say, here, then we could get bordering over here. I think that works for the sea zones as well. I'm not 100% sure about that one, actually. Who do we have truces with? Uchi, I believe. We can check that. Yes, we have a truce with Uchi, and that's it. Hey, spiritual obligation. First stream I've been able to catch in a while. Hello! Hello, hello, hello. Need a war tax emote. You know where that should go, Doomed World. Although, right now I don't want to do it. Do I want war taxes? Yes, I want war taxes. So I don't need to spend military power points on that. And then we are going to do war tax. Because that will help me sort out my economy a little bit. And I'm also, just because I'm not 100% sure that I've done it, because I kind of forgot, going to set this as an area of vital interest. In case there happens to be a peace deal, then I can say, I want this. It's mine. I'll need to watch their ships. Oh, actually, Oda's got a really big fleet and has actually sent their fleet for packing. Okay, cool. And there's Ito now occupied, so I'm going to head over here. Maybe try and occupy this. Like so. Maybe even go and fight those three while they are somewhat isolated. Truce with Uchi has just ended, so they could try to declare war on me if they were feeling gutsy enough to do it. Although they would struggle, seeing as I have a fort here, and they need at least 6,000 men to take that fort. Accumulate rival against the Uchi. And we're making money. Yay! Probably because I'm looting. So, what is this war actually over? The Oda conquest of the Uswegi. Where's Oda's army? There. Okay. So if we can take Ito out of this war, which it looks like we're about to do, then we can focus on Ando and then Uswegi. So we're just trying to reduce their numbers mostly at the moment. What did this patch change? Ah, you've given the patch notes, thank you. Mongolia's ideas, Oiret's ideas, Korea has an event chain, Ming has changed, so it's now easier to see them crumble. Yeah, a lot of changes have been made to Ming. Manchu has changed, provinces in North and East Asia, and of course, the Pirate Daimyo. As you can see, I can now confirm that... Reload. I'm a pirate! Pirate Republic. Which is a lot of fun. I can't pirate my fellow Japanese daimyos, but I can pirate Korea and Ming, which is quite nice. Speaking of which, when can I do this next? 96, okay, quite a long time. You're all attacking the Shiba army, which is unfortunate. Not a huge amount I can do about it, though. But what I could do is go and attack the Ito army here. Exemplo is in charge. We do have about the same quality general as they do. And this will be a defensive battle, because this is in Oda's territory. Though that doesn't matter. They have more morale, but otherwise we're pretty equal. I just need to win this before their troops arrive. Like that. And we're about to be attacked by 5,000, at which point I'll run away. If I don't get stack wiped, that is, again. I don't think I will. Nope, I didn't. Run away! Run away! Okay, so Ito is now basically dead, although their war enthusiasm is not yet low enough. We just need to make sure that they can't take any of this territory back again. Oh. Ito will cede Hoiga to me. Yes. Ito will be forced to give Oda 10% of their income. Annul treaties with Uchi and Uswegi. Ito will pay 55 ducats. So we'll get 18 of this month, amount. And Ito are claiming my territory. Now, one thing I do need to check is that may have actually spawned a coalition. Only with the people who already hate me. That's fine. Good grief, that's close. Ashikaga 46. Anyway, we are slowly but surely consolidating our hold over the southern island. We just have this one province left, and then we want to get Suo and Io so I can start controlling the crossings. And then next I think is going to be this island here. Alright, so next up we have Uswegi and Ando, although we do now very significantly outnumber them. And they are starting to attack into the Uswegi territories. Where's my army? There they are. You have returned and have recovered, so I think I'm going to send you out this way. And we'll start taking our piece of the pie against the Uswegi. Oh, yes, we can. Blockade here. Give them a hand, and that should be a 100% blockade again after this. Yay for big navies! There it is. 100% blockade, so they should be getting a lot of war exhaustion from all of this. Right, and I need to core that territory, don't I? Make it happen. Hey, Valiant. Comet sighted. It's an omen, end is nigh, economy falls. I wish I'd lived in enlightened times. If only we had comet sense, so comet devil's kith and kin. I would say it's the economy falls. Which is annoying, because I would like to try and keep my stability high, if possible. Lack of Republican traditions increasing the cost by 28%, so I'm not going to do that unless I can get the Republican tradition higher. So maybe just before the next election, if we can get away with that. Ando is a supporter, so what we should probably do actually is go after Ando. Let me go and do that. Because if we can knock Ando out of this war, then it's just going to be a Uswegi left. Where's the natural scientist when you need him? I can't afford him. I do have one advisor, but that's it. Oh no, he is actually a admin guy. But he's a treasurer rather than a natural scientist. What's my inflation at? 1.3. Interesting. I am, however, making money. I suspect because of the loot. Of which there is probably... Oh no, there's not actually much here. Someone seems to have stolen all the money already. That's my job. Spoils of war plus 0.99. Oh yeah, and also from the blockades. Of course it is. And that blockade is continuing, which will help the siege go a bit faster. And it looks like Oda's fort here is taking forever to siege down, which is quite nice. Because this whole time it's just going to be inflicting attrition. Election in the Pirate Republic. Yoshimoto Kikuchi has unfortunately died, so... we may as well just go ahead and elect somebody else. We're still working on the admin ideas because I'm trying to blitz through the admin ideas. Sorry, we want the admin monarch points. So let's get the up-and-coming pirate. And keep that coming. Is he any good? 1201. Let's make sure that he is actually in command. Aggressive expansion minus 10%. That could be useful. In fact, let's move the cogs out here as well, because they can help us blockade. And I would also quite like to build 2 more cogs, I think. that I can ship my entire army in one go. In fact, I may even want one more. Monthly war exhaustion reduction. Am I still waiting for the technology? I kind of am. I think I should probably tech up, so we'll wait for that. Hey Webbles, Weebles. Never heard of this game, it looks good. This is a really good game. Like, if you like grand strategies, then I would say that this is the best of them. In my ever so humble opinion. Let's split you in half and send half of you here. See if this is enough to keep the blockade everywhere. It is. Excellent. 100% blockaded. Ando is down to medium, 16, but once their capital falls, which it will fairly soon, then they probably really want out. End of the Peasant War. Ugo has fallen. Let's move you here. And then let's also move the galleys into here to help fighting. I didn't think they'd arrive in time, but actually I think they might. And Uswegi also tried to bail out. That failed. Let's get the Admiral in command over here so that we can have a Admiral fighting. Bearing in mind that I have a crazy level of ship capture chance, which we didn't actually manage to do. However, he is Ironsides, so our ships will take less damage. You're going to try and flee over here, aren't you? Uchi have insulted me. Uchi are allied to Ando, which is fine because we're beating Ando up. Can I insult you back? Because I couldn't last time. No, but that's just because I have no diplomat. Well, I can stop spying on Ito because I don't actually need to go after them anymore. Send insult. Scornful insult. Here we go. Oh look, there's some lovely filth over here. Confirm. And we did actually catch Uswegi's fleet as they tried to leave. Sail down there to give him a hand. Actually, I don't think we need to. We did not capture anything again. Where are they going to run to? They can't. Oh, Ando is out. Ando will be forced to give Oda 10% of their income. 65 ducats, of which I get 26. Sorted. Alright, so now it is just Uswegi, and Uswegi has just that one province left. This fort has held out obscenely well. Defensiveness at 24%, that's probably because of the edict. Yeah. Well done. Right, with that, I think I can probably send the ships back home. Because the army can just walk home. Rains bring fertility to southern Kyushu. Local tax modifier for 5 years. Nice. And there it is. The Oda conquest of Uswegi is over. Uswegi will cede Kozuke to Shiba. Uswegi will cede Shinano to Oda. Uswegi will give Oda 10% of their income. We'll release Takeda and Utsunomiya as sovereign states. We'll pay 125 ducats, of which I get 50. And we all got a bunch of power projection because we were fighting enemies. And Oda owes me 27 favours. Oh, I'm going to be calling those favours in. Nice. And now Oda is also that much stronger. So I'm allied, don't forget, to everything in dark blue. I have been very, very good in my decision making when it comes to the diplomaticness. 2,500 hours into it, my strategy game of choice, yet I've only ever completed one full campaign. Really? I complete most of them, I would say. 50% capture chance and it never happens. Yeah, they seem to have toned that down a bit because it used to trigger all the time. When can I raid? 94, I think. I wonder if the Iko Iki spawn. You get events which are eco-icky. Is my army on the way home? No, they should be. And then we can start them drilling. And I would also say that we probably have enough money to build a thing. Temple would not make us much money. Workshops would also not make us much money. A market, however, in Chikuzen would be an excellent investment. Unless, of course, Ashikaga decides to steal all of my money. But I think... I don't 100% know this, but I suspect that they can't do that if I have more than 50% Liberty Desire. Which I do. I have 60. Because I have apparently grown somewhat bigger. Alliance breaking with Hoshikawa. I'm kind of okay with that. Because I think I can now take Uchi myself. And I'm still allied to Shiba and Oda, who are both up here in the north. And you'll notice that Hoshikawa owns a lot of territory which I kind of need. Yeah, they've rivaled both Oda and Shiba, which is a bad idea for them. Their loss. What am I doing for force limits? I am still over in terms of ships. And still under in terms of army. So I could get a unit of cavalry, for example, which if we do go to war with Hoshikawa, we're probably going to need. Because I strongly suspect that they can thrash me in most battles. Although I can trap them on like this island and then steal all of this land, or if they manage to cross then I can take the other lands. There's ways around it. Uchi, who you allied to? Takeda and Usuegi. Usuegi would not answer. Oh, they would. How much money do you get from raiding? Usually about between 200 and 300. It's pretty profitable. And I think we can probably speed up again. Speed 5 it. And there we go. Chord. However, we are going to have rebels potentially in Hyuga. So one thing I would like to do is decrease their autonomy. And I'm going to stick my army over on Hyuga. Because they are very likely to revolt. Like very, very, very likely. And we are... Oh, no, we have the out of the galley. Good. So now we can, once again, transport our entire fleet at once. Our entire army, even. Obviously we can transport a fleet. Any on. A reckless privateer. Enlisting the aid of privateers to wreck the trade efforts of our adversaries has proven beneficial to us, but also tends to attract unreliable and devious business partners. One captain has become notorious for skirting the rules and ignoring treaties our privateers are supposed to abide by, but also happens to be very efficient at raiding enemy shipping, so we can improve relations, increase privateer, or vice versa. I'm quite happy to improve my privateering, thanks. We kind of are pirates. Don't forget the anti-unrest stance that armies can use. That is true, thank you. Totally forgot that's a newest system. Yeah, because the autonomy decreased, that's not going to really help. I think... can I afford this? I would quite like to hire some new units, but I'm also wary of the fact that I don't make a huge amount of profit as things stand. And if I got a new unit of cavalry, that would cost me 0.5 a month. And I don't make that much money. Good sized navy for a daimyo in Japan. Decent. Spent hours cleaning around the house, so feeling decently accomplished today. Good. Yeah, well, I am a pirate daimyo, so the fact that I have a huge fleet is no real surprise. What is a surprise is it all originated from this one tiny island. Might be smart to let the unrest trigger. Yeah, that was my intention, so I think I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to move my ships somewhere else. Like so. I mean, what I really like to do is be drilling, but obviously I can't do that right now. The other thing is, how far away from technologies am I? Oh, very close. Excellent. Let's grab Renaissance Thought, which is another idea group. So what do we want? We've already got an admin, so now we need to get either a military or diplomatic. I am very tempted to get maritime now. More national sailors, global ship repair, 50% more naval force limit, ship cost reduction, admiral cost reduction, more leaders, blockade efficiency and privateering efficiency. I mean, a lot of my wars are fought and won by blockading, because I just destroy their war exhaustion. Offensive and maritime. I mean, offensive would allow my armies to be stronger. Land leader shock would be useful. And the siege ability would also be very useful. So I don't disagree with you. We have leader siege and siege ability with innovative. That would actually allow me to use my first my free military slot. So we could potentially have plus 30% siege ability, which would be pretty good. Especially if I'm doing hit and run attacks. Need to get colonizer to spread those pirate bases. Colonizer would make things way too easy. That's why I've been really reluctant to get it. So I might restrict myself from getting colonizer until I'm either Shogun or the Emperor. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do Japan. Because I have a really bad feeling that forming Japan changes my government form to monarchy. And that is the last thing I want. So maybe I just want the eternal shogunate. Just maintaining a balance of power in Japan to make sure I can keep up my piratey ways. It doesn't, I did it. Oh, okay, good. Hey, Timberwolf. I don't play much in Asia. How do you become a Pirate Daimyo? It's an event. It's a very early event. Now, one of the points that Maritime makes is I probably don't have the money right now to maintain the bigger fleet. So even though the fleet would be a little bit cheaper, I don't really have the cash for it. So yeah, I think I'm going to go offensive. We'll have slightly better generals. We'll have that siege ability. We'll be able to maintain a bigger army and also get some more discipline. Offensive ideas it is. And I'm not going to get that first idea yet because I really want the technology. While things are relatively cheap. They're really not very cheap. Oh, this is the first level where we can get artillery as well, which would help the sieging even more. Come on. Even though you can't become the Shogun as a Pirate Republic, you can become Japan and keep your government types. Okay, cool. We've got to be so close. Yeah, next month. No, next month. Just in time for the rebels. Ito no longer considers me a rival. Is that because I've eclipsed you? No. They just unrivaled me. Cool. No, they are no longer a valid rival. So I only actually have one valid rival. Oh no, I have two. Hosokawa is the other one. Did they ever actually cancel their alliance? Yes. And Hosokawa and Oda are fighting right now. See, this is why you should have kept that alliance, although it would have been between my allies, so kind of glad that we don't have that problem. Election in the Pirate Republic. We can keep him, which will cost me the 8 Republican tradition. How old is he? 51. For a pirate, that's pretty aged. I think I might just go for another up-and-coming. Although after this, we may well want to start going for the military-minded. Strict, more discipline. Useful. Seeing as the rebels which will be rising up are Ito separatists. So they'll have the same technology level but different discipline, I think. I think the separatists take the stats from their native country. What's my army tradition nowadays? 34. That's gone up a bit. So I think I'm going to get rid of Maharo. Sorry. And then I'm going to open up my list of subscribers.